Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set the time. I don't even know what time it is. 8:34. Oops. 34. How do I make it AM? 8:34 AM. 8:34 AM. Your favorite? Oh yeah, I was supposed to put on my favorite time of day. That's not my favorite time of day. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 8:34 a.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 8:34 a.m.? It's extremely accurate because it's still 8:34. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple new ones. It should be ready by the next time you boot up the game. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Stanley Parable 2. I'm not going to hold you much on this intro, let's just get going.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Figurine Finders meeting, or committee to, the meeting is today. So, bucket.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay, so I'm comforted by the bucket. Good to know. No new content this game. So
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think this game I'm gonna go ahead and do the true ending, and then ooh, this is new. Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless. TBH. Weird. Okay, so they're just talking about the figures. Maybe we are the collectibles. How can you tell you spotted them? Blah, blah, blah. 416. Oh, the red room. So, 416 is the new content room. Thank you, good luck. There will be a reward for finding them all. Stop kidding yourselves. I want them so much. I want to go home. There will be cleaning of this wall required. Who are you? 666, lol. Lies. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo about it. Mission status. Inside of a sequel exhibit, a large room with lots of boxes. Some are both blue and red. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. So I know how to get to the blue and red, and I know how to get to the smelly important place. Bloom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Ooh.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
I was gonna try to hand it over.
The bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
Okay.
This is your companion.
I'll keep my
and
bucket then.
lifelong friend. You can't hand it to coming to a staircase. Stanley
I'll
and the
keep my bucket then.
Upstairs to the boss's office.
I interrupted his previous monologue, but that's okay. Shitty place.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerine. because the boss knows what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Dr. Seuss up in this bitch, I guess. Because there's a fireplace here, but
Stepping
it's not the
into his
one.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
Oh, 2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yes.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Okay, let's not waste any time here, guys. Let's just keep moseying along and let's just get through the normal ending with the bucket.
The elevator raced downward,
Or
plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
we could turn it off.
Soothing him, comforting him,
I think I'll go ahead and turn it
reassuring
off.
that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Alrighty, gonna turn on the lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I don't know. A lot of things. A lot of dark secrets. I don't know. I feel like I talk in a monotone. I feel like that's a problem, but
To life, and Stanley nearly
there's
dropped
someone
the
that's been
bucket in
fired.
fear.
What the fuck?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything
What the
would be
fuck
fine.
is that say? That it's like blue? It's whatever that room is.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been
Someone
told
else
to
got
do
fired,
things it
so that's
didn't wish
two.
to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Oh, so it's about the bucket
These
this
questions
time.
raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He
Into the
couldn't
bucket.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Pirate.
Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
So there's 5.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
We're gonna turn it off this time. Oh, did my game crash? Oh.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Oh, I turned it off instead of keeping it on. God damn it. I meant to keep it on. My bad.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Oh god.
What? Wait. What was happening?
Oh god, this is new.
Why
This
had
has
the
never
door
happened.
stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
I'm scared.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No, but it's my bucket. No, no,
Even
no,
the
no, no, no.
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No, let me out.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Okay, so that one's the end, not the end I meant to do. I meant to leave it on instead of turning it off. You can just stay and get trapped in your office.
All of his co-workers
Oh,
were gone.
the bucket
What could
is
it mean?
not
Stanley decided to go to the meeting
here.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Interesting. Oh, it's just in the next
The
section.
confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Okay. So, I'm not entirely sure.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, so...
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
And I'm sure
Stanley
there
did not question
is...
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Now, if you jump all the way to the bottom, you die. But this way gets you to the blue and red. That.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Oh.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
And this is new.
Misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please,
Oh, God.
step in here for a moment.
I can't see, but sure. Did I? Oh, this is...
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Oh.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
It moved, so yes, it's a bucket.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
And if I say no, it's gonna be an actual bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
What's the difference? I don't know what the difference is. That?
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I want to say yes, it's a bucket, just to keep on my...
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible.
Everything
Just
is a
move on to
bucket,
the next
okay?
Is this a bucket?
Okay, I'll say no, it's not a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Oh, if I say no, it's not it is a bucket, but if I say yes, it's not a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
This is so weird. How many items?
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one.
Okay.
Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Can
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore
Everything
nothing
is
could
a
possibly
bucket.
be something.
So
Unless
in that
in your twisted
implication,
mind, you
nothing
somehow
would
convinced
also be a
yourself that
bucket
is
if
nothing.
everything is a
Answer me
bucket.
straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Well, with my explanation that I just gave, everything is a bucket. So because everything is a bucket, that also means that nothing would also be a bucket. So yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it
Let's
out.
go.
I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing
Well,
this.
I don't want to
I'm
call
losing
him a
myself,
bucket.
and myself
Oh,
was
what?
all I ever had to begin with.
I don't want to call him
I'm
a
afraid the
bucket.
bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't
Aw.
have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all
Oh,
buckets from
no.
the game entirely. Okay, here we go.
I feel like something bad is going to happen and we're actually going to end up with only buckets.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a
Yes,
bucket.
that's what I'm saying.
I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
that's probably not a good thing to say. So, I need to get to the red and
All of his
blue.
co-workers were gone.
So,
What could it
I
mean?
can't
Stanley
have...
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't take the bucket with me because it's a no bucket point. Unfortunate. Oh, that was just the bucket. So unfortunately, I will have to go without the bucket on this one, but that's
Stanley
okay.
came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, time to jump off.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Sorry,
for others?
homie. I'm
Are you
trying
that
to get to
convinced
the
that I
blue
want
and
something
red.
bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies.
I like
What do you think,
Figlies. It's
Stanley?
kind of cute.
What name better
I
encapsulates
like
the intrinsic
Figlies.
sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I like Figlies.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Now, I know if you keep disobeying him, you end up in completely different games. But I'm going to go ahead and
Thank
obey
God
him
you are willing to
now.
listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Unfortunately, staying in this area will not progress my game.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
But this is a very pretty area. It's very
Oh,
calming.
it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oh, I needed this. Oh shit, it's all colorful down here. But I need to move on. And I
No,
think I end
wait.
up going
Where are you
to
going?
go die. Yep.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Yeah. This is probably the saddest
No,
ending.
Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God. You lived. No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me.
This is the only way
I
to
can't go back to what I was
progress.
before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
This is a very brutal ending. Because you either spend eternity in a false happiness or you kill yourself to try to move on. And it's rough, to say the least. And well, it's a very nice room. It's very pretty. And it's very soothing, but I do think I need to move on. Get past this ending and move on to other things.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much
No.
you dislike my game? That you'll
It's
throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
God, I hate this ending. It's probably my least favorite. Even the skip ending wasn't this bad. 'Cause at least then I got some metaphysical, psychological confusion out of it.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
It's the fact that Stanley would be pulling himself up these stairs with his arms by now. For me, that really gets to me. And then the narrator is just so depressed. I'm just like, ow.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Least favorite ending. And I'm gonna leave this episode on that note, unfortunately. But I don't want to get these to get too long, and they're basically unedited ones. So, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later.